Welcome to Asian Star Trend. Our channel updates hot news about Asia's most popular stars. Please subscribe and comment to help us update better videos. Why Chun Zhai Yiying feel like a fairy CP, the playful bond that healed millions when laughter speaks louder than love. The unscripted magic of Chun Zhai Yiying in a digital age flooded with picture-perfect romances and manufactured chemistry, something quietly extraordinary has emerged, not from a script, but from spontaneity. Chun Zhai Yiying didn't set out to be a couple, yet their connection, raw and unscripted, has captivated millions. What makes them special isn't grand gestures or flawless moments, it's the chaos, the laughter, the playful bickering that somehow feels more intimate than a kiss. Watch closely and you'll see it, a sideways glance that says I get you, a tossed paper ball that means I'm here, a teasing shove that masks genuine care. Their energy is chaotic, even childish but never shallow. It's a love language written not with words, but with instinct. Nothing feels rehearsed, yet every frame seems to land straight in the heart. This isn't a typical fairy tale. It's better. Its real. Audiences don't just watch Chun Zhai Yiying, they feel them. In their world, affection isn't always quiet. It shouts, laughs, splashes, and surprises. And somewhere between the silliness and sincerity, viewers begin to reflect, maybe love isn't always about labels. Maybe it's about choosing joy, again and again, with the same person, even if that joy looks like a paper ball war. After watching them, you're left not with envy but with hope. That somewhere, somehow, this kind of bond exists, messy, loud, and beautifully honest. From ordinary moments to unforgettable magic, the serendipitous spark of Chun Zhai Yiying. It didn't begin with a dramatic twist or cinematic flair. There were no grand entrances or scripted confessions, just two people crossing paths at an unremarkable event. And yet, something clicked. Chun, quiet but observant, noticed the ways Zhai Yiying lit up the room, not with performance, but with authenticity. She, in turn, found comfort in his calm presence, like still water that reflects truth. There were no declarations, no expectations. Just a feeling. A comfort. A rhythm. What started as fleeting greetings evolved into hours of conversation and spontaneous laughter. With each passing day, their bond deepened, not through sweeping romantic gestures, but through the kind of intimacy that grows in the spaces between words. Theirs was not love at first sight, it was connection at first ease. One memory often revisited by fans says it all. After wrapping up a long shoot, the two caught each other's gaze in the fading light. No words were exchanged, but their eyes held a conversation of their own. It wasn't dramatic. It was real. And that, perhaps, is what makes their story so unforgettable. In a world craving authenticity, Chun Zhai Yiying remind us that the most powerful beginnings often come disguised as ordinary moments, and that sometimes, a glance is all it takes to change everything. More than just playfulness, a quiet kind of love at first glance. Their dynamic seems simple, playful jabs, teasing glances, bursts of laughter. But beneath the surface of every prank and light-hearted quarrel lies something far more profound. Chun Zhai Yiying don't need to say I love you for the message to be clear. It's there in the smallest gestures, subtle, unspoken, but deeply felt. He might splash her with water or mock scold her for fun, but watch closely. He always makes sure she's okay. When the laughter fades, he's the first to wrap her in a towel, to glance at her hands to check if she's cold, to lean in and whisper something soft, meant for her ears alone. That's not performance. That's instinct. Their connection isn't defined by showy romance or orchestrated scenes. Instead, it's grounded in the kind of care that doesn't need to be flaunted. Love, in their world, is quiet. It moves in sideways glances, shared jokes, and the way they reach for each other when no one's paying attention. In a landscape crowded with overproduced affection, Chun Zhai Yiying offers something rare, sincerity disguised as silliness, loyalty wrapped in laughter. And those who truly watch really watch see it for what it is. Not just chemistry. Not just friendship, but love, unspoken and unmistakably real, raw, and remarkably relatable. What draws people to Chun Zhai Yiying isn't glamour or perfection, it's how unapologetically real they are. They bicker like siblings, tease like best friends, and comfort each other with the ease of two souls who've known each other forever. There's no polished script, no forced smiles, just two people navigating emotions in their most honest form. When they're happy, they laugh with abandon. When tensions rise, they don't mask it for the camera. And somehow, it's this very rawness that makes their bond so compelling. Why do I grin every time they argue? Fans often ask. It's because their connection mirrors something we all crave: familiarity, vulnerability, and unconditional acceptance. They don't feel like distant stars. They feel like the childhood friends we grew up with, the ones we prank in the morning and defend by lunchtime. Watching them isn't just entertainment, it's an emotional echo of simpler days, when laughter came easy and relationships were built on trust, not performance. In a world chasing filters and curated perfection, Chun and Zhai Yiying remind us of the beauty in being unfiltered. They show us that the strongest connections aren't flawless, they're flawed, a little chaotic, but deeply real, and that's why we can't look away. Because in them, we see something familiar. Something true. Maybe even something we've been missing: love in the little things. How Chun and Zhai Yiying turn the ordinary into magic. There's a quiet kind of beauty in the way Chun and Zhai Yiying navigate life together. Amid the chaos of filming sets and the noise of the internet, they found joy in the mundane, meaning in the silly, and tenderness where no one expects it. Their story isn't built on spectacle, it's woven from everyday moments that feel deeply, achingly real. Their humor isn't just for laughs, it's a lifeline. When the days are long and the takes endless, it's the inside jokes, playful challenges, and shared glances that get them through. Behind every silly game is a rhythm only they understand. And every now and then, the mask of mischief slips, revealing the care that holds it all together. Like when Chun, known for his cheek, slows down to patiently guide Zhai Yiying through a new move. He doesn't say much, but his actions say everything, and sometimes, the deepest moments come without a word. Fans still talk about the times Zhai Yiying gave him the cold shoulder, only to find a folded note in her bag. 3 simple words: forgive me. No fanfare. Just feeling. This is what makes them more than a CP. It's not the playful fighting or flirtatious banter, it's the silent support, the shared growth, the constant choosing of each other. Their chemistry isn't lightning, it's a steady flame. In a world that often celebrates the dramatic, Chun and Zhai Yiying remind us that the truest connections are quiet, imperfect, and beautifully human. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of love worth hoping for. Final words: fairy tale or something even better? So, is it a fairy tale or something more real than most love stories we know? Chun and Zhai Yiying don't promise perfection. What they offer is something even more precious: warmth in the ordinary, laughter that lingers, and a connection that grows quietly, moment by moment. Their story isn't about grand declarations or flawless chemistry, it's about choosing joy, kindness, and understanding, day after day. If their journey has made you smile, stirred something in you, or reminded you of the kind of love that feels like home, don't let it end here. Like, comment, share your thoughts. Tell us what part made your heart skip. Which moment felt the most real to you? Or maybe, just maybe, tell us about your own version of this love, because somewhere, in the middle of your everyday life, your story might already be unfolding. And if Chun and Zhai Yiying have shown us anything, it's that the most magical love stories aren't found in fairy tales, they're lived, one quiet moment at a time.